Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball on the show next. John Lester gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Batting second, the third baseman, number 4, Scott Kingery.
And in steps Scott Kingery as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 3 homers and 7 driven in. Kipnis on to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
Batting third.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting 1 out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Andrew McCutchen comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
He's going.
And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Loved a homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. On to first, and there are 2 down. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, one guy that's worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. He's been a catalyst for this team in the last 10 games and in so many different ways, but looking at the one number I'm looking at, a .450 on-base percentage, when you have that...
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 2-0 Philly. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the pitch.
Center fielder, Ian.
Popped him up. Real Muto is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He had over 90 RBIs last year. what a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
Dero, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Batting third, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Javier Baez. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6. First pitch of the at-bat. Arrieta gets the sign. 0-1 on its way. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0.
The first baseman.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, Dero, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. A shot down the first baseline. Baez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. One and one the count to the Cubs first baseman.
1 strike.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. He pulls this one into right. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. The relay. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
At the plate, Jason Kipnis. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Kipnis, or Kip for short. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The set. And the 1-2. And a sinker there. Swung on and missed for out number 3. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. We'll head to the top of the second. It's the Phillies 2 and the Cubs 1. Into the box now, Didi Gregorius. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Didi swings and belts a ball to right field. This is carrying well. And that's off the scoreboard. What a blast. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 3rd home run for him on the year, and it gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 9, Jay Bruce.
Here's Jay Bruce now. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Nick Williams is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Lester's 2-0 home. Got him.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Lester ready, the 1-0. Late that time for a strike. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 3-1 Philly. Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta.
The catcher.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Caratini.
Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Sent on the ground out to second. There's Segura. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, David Bodie.
Digging in, David Bodie. First delivery to him on the way. Lays off 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And there are two away now.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Steven Souza Jr.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring up the outfielder Steven Souza Jr. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Souza, 30 years of age. He was selected in the third round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
1-2 strikes the count. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Cubs are down in order. They still trail it here 3-1. Digging in for his second at-bat, Gene Segura, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. Left field and deep. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness. When this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here. And I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
Reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Behind 0-2 now. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Now batting.
This is where a strikeout pitcher has such a big advantage. Runner on second and no outs. It's definitely a strikeout situation in order to keep that runner from getting to third with less than 2 outs.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And the run will score from second base as they open it up now 4-1. And McCutchen is into third base with a triple.
Number 17.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now Lester's 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Kipnis has it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Now batting, The
So
catcher.
bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in steps the catcher, JT Realmuto. On the ground up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
He's been called. Batting average fell below 230, but that
The
knock
bat.
might have put him in a
The
positive
shortstop.
frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big right now.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Gregorius is hitting over 350. And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Bottom of the 3rd now. The next Cub
Leading
up,
off
John
for the
Lester.
Cubs.
Lots of baseball
The
left in
pitcher.
this one as we're still
Yeah.
early on, but you don't want to fall too
Lester.
far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
A 1 pitch on its way. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away.
Looked to me like he had the right
The
idea
center
with the
fielder,
swing on
number
that pitch,
8.
and he just didn't get the
Ian.
bat through the zone in time.
Pass.
The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
1-0 the count. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. Here now the 2-2. Hit out towards second. Segura has it. And that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Digging in next to be Chris Bryant. 0 for 1 for him
Bryant.
here in this one. Arrieta gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a ground ball to 3rd. And he tries for the backhand reach at 3rd, but he gets by the glove down the line. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the
batter,
ball
number
down in
9.
the zone where he
Shortstop.
wanted it, but it was just a
Javier.
solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. So in now for Chicago, Javier Baez. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That 3rd base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave him.
Runner in scoring position at 2nd with 2 down. Here's one fouled off to the right as the count evens at 1-1. From the stretch. A bouncer up the middle. Segura fields it cleanly. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Digging in, Jay Bruce. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Here's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. The 1-1 home. He's called a strike down and in. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
No balls and 1 strike. Skied into straightaway right. Souza is under it. 2 down.
The batter, the pitcher.
Now the first pitch here from Lester.
Arrieta.
This is popped up. Rizzo in foul ground, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're up 5-1. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning.
Rizzo.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. And he got him.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. (5-1) our score as we play the 4th here. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. One and 2 now. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Right back to the mound for Arrieta. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. New inning set to get underway. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Gene Segura came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run for him on the season, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
The third baseman, number 4, Scott Kingery.
So now to the plate, Scott Kingery. Line to the right side. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Andrew McCutcheon.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Here's Andrew McCutcheon now as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. 1-1 to Andrew McCutcheon.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
But gloved by the 3rd baseman for the out.
The first baseman, number 7.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hoskins.
Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. Hoskins behind, the count 0-2. Fouled away. 6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And another foul ball. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that brings up JT Realmuto. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Striding in once again, David Bodie. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Steven Souza.
Stepping up now, Steven Souza. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here. After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1 and 2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Souza is retired, 2 down now. Now to the plate, the pitcher, John Lester, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Lester.
Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Grounded back up the middle. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Well, maybe he can take one positive from this right here with that huge base hit.
Now
I got to be honest, I wasn't even expecting him to go to the on-deck circle. The way he's been throwing the ball, scuffling a little bit, I thought maybe manager would pinch hit for him, but not so. But at least he's got the knock to fall back on.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ian Happ. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Into right field, that's a base hit. Lester blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate as the gap shortens to 4 now.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the
Now
changeup. He was way out in
the
front of it,
left fielder,
but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything to hit in this at bat. Not much reason for it.
Now the 2-0. Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. Through 5 innings, it's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs 2. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Gregorius.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. Hard hit ball to second, taken in by Kipnis. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The left fielder, number 9.
1 out for the Phils in their half of the 6th. And stepping in, the dangerous left-handed hitter, Jay Bruce. Lined into right, a base hit.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that 3rd at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Up next will be Nick Williams. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Hit down the line at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Williams.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone or you're going to ground into a double play.
But gloved by the third baseman for the out.
The batter. The
Standing
pitcher.
in, Jake Arrieta. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And he takes a called strike 1. A 1 ball, 2 strike count to the Phillies pitcher.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 6-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that brings up Javi Baez. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Baez.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
A bouncer to the left side. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony
Cubs 4-hole hitter Anthony Rizzo. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Hit in the air out to center field. McCutchen is under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Now at the plate, Jason Kipnis. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
A 1-1.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-1. Back up the middle. And Kipnis is going to reach on a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get
Now
a glove
batting,
on it. Hard
catcher,
single up the middle.
Victor.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it
Garrett.
back right where it came from.
Stepping in now, Victor Caratini. He swings and grounds it to short. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right
Third
now,
baseman,
this
number
pitcher thought he
16.
was going to cruise through this
David.
inning, and now he's got traffic,
Brody.
and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
At the plate now, David Bodie. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses, hits ball 1. No hits to this point. Here comes the 1-0. And it's 1-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Arrieta sets. Here's the pitch. In the dirt here. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. McCutchen is under it. And that's the 3rd out. Cubs strand a couple. They still trail here. It's 6-2. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. And he can't get out of the way there. So the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Well, the pitcher can claim that that one slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
And there's a line drive, base hit to left field.
Yeah, Matty, I mean, the numbers don't lie. They've tagged him for 10 hits, including that last one, and he's having a hard time getting out of any trouble. They might be buying some time to let the relievers get a few more pitches in before they give him the hook.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
The first baseman, number 17.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. 0-1 the count. Runners are at first and second with one away. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
One there on to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Phillies lead this one 6-2. Ready now, Steven Souza. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the seventh.
The right fielder, Steven Souza Jr.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Gregorius is there. And there's one away. Jason Hayward is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester.
Number 22, Jason Hayward.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 2 home runs and 3 driven in. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Hayward, or often just J-Hay. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Hard hit ball to second. Segura gets down on the ground. Great play. Hats off to that one.
The center fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ian Happ. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Got him fishing that time, 0-1.
You get a swing like that, you know the hitter made up his mind he was swinging no matter what on that pitch.
And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here, 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball, put himself right back in this at bat.
Sinker, 3-2 now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now the payoff pitch home. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, when you've been out there as long as he has, you have to expect to lose a little precision in your location. He's up over 90 pitches now, so he might be starting to tire a little bit. Something to keep an eye on.
Here's Chris Bryant now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They still trail here at 6-2. Alec Mills has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 30, Alec.
So digging in now, JT Realmuto. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. Didi Gregorius will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. 0-1 count and the pitch. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
The left fielder, number 9, Jay Bruce.
So stepping in, Jay Bruce. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Lifted down the line in left. Long run for the left fielder. Oh, what happened? He dropped it.
Now batting.
Runner at second now as a result of the error. And next it'll be the outfielder, Nick Williams. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They lead it 6-2. And Joe Girardi's going to get up off the dugout bench and confer at home plate, so we'll likely see a double switch here. Adam Morgan will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Adam Hazley will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Morgan is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. The head-to-head with Adam Morgan. He's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Popped him up. Hoskins over to his left. And that's the first out of the inning. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. And he'll be very happy with how the day went.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help from the bullpen to close this one out.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0. And he pops it up back behind second base. Gregorius moving to his left, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now
and as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Well, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Morgan, 30 years of age. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Nico Horner stays in the ballgame in the 8th spot and takes over at second base.
Now
first pitch
second.
coming. Here it is.
Number 2.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. In there, and it's even at 1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a liner. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Throw into second. But it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
Catch made out there in left center as the runner may tag from second. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Good curveball, strike 2.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
A man at third with 1 away. And here's a ball hit in the air. Souza on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out. And he's not even going to consider it here as he holds tight at third with 2 away now. So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. His line so far, 2 for 4, but the hits are a home run and a triple. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters scheduled to start the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Phillies 6 and the Cubs 2. Victor Arano will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Victor
Caratini will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Ready with the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Segura to his left. He's there. And there's 1 gone to start the bottom of the 9th.
The third baseman, number 13, David Brody.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Bodie. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
1 out, nobody on. A bouncer up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are falling right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Settling in now, Steven Souza, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. stretch. Here's the pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Kyle Schwarber will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Cubs, number 12, Kyle Schwarber.
And it's fouled away. One and one to Schwarber.
Well, that's a nasty breaking ball right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the corner. As they say, that's a Hall of Fame pitch.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
Fouled off. The Cubs are down to their final strike here, and he fouls this one off. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. A runner on first with 2 away. Fouled away. Fouled off. And it's fouled away. Another try at 2-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. McCutchen is after it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel